Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you're speaking, but no one's listening? Like you're in a crowded room, but you might as well be a ghost? That feeling of being invisible is incredibly frustrating, and honestly, it can really hurt. You start to question yourself, thinking, what am I doing wrong? Is there something wrong with me? The good news is, most of the time, it's not about who you are, but about small, common missteps in how you present yourself. Today, we're going to dive deep into 5 of those common missteps that lead to being ignored, and more importantly, how to fix them so you can finally feel seen and heard. Let's start with the first one, and it's a big one, the apology opener. How often do you start your sentences with, "Sorry to bother you, but," or "This might be a stupid question, but"? We do this thinking it's polite, a way to soften our entrance into a conversation. But what it actually does is signal to others that what you're about to say isn't that important. You're essentially devaluing your own contribution before you've even made it. It's like serving a delicious meal and saying, "Sorry, this probably tastes awful." It immediately puts the listener on the back foot and diminishes your own credibility. Instead of apologizing for taking up space, own it. Try starting with a more direct and confident phrase. For example, instead of "Sorry, can I just say something?" try, "I have a point to add." Or here's another way to look at it. Notice the shift in energy. You go from asking for permission to confidently contributing. It's a small change in wording, but it makes a huge difference in how you're perceived. The second misstep is what I call the vague request. This happens when you need something help, an opinion, a decision, but you phrase it so indirectly that the other person doesn't even realize you're asking for anything. You might say something like, "Wow, this report is really complicated," hoping your coworker will offer to help. Or you might say to your friends, "It would be nice to hang out sometime," hoping someone will make a plan. The problem is, people aren't mind readers. They are busy with their own thoughts and tasks. When you're vague, you're putting the mental load on them to decipher your meaning and then take action. Most people will simply miss the cue. The fix: be specific and direct. Instead of hinting, ask clearly, "Could you take a look at this section of the report? I'm struggling to make sense of it." Or, "I'd love to get together. Are you free for coffee this Saturday?" Clarity is kindness. It respects the other person's time and energy, and it dramatically increases your chances of getting the response you want. Moving on to number 3, a lack of engaged listening. Have you ever been in a conversation where you so focused on what you're going to say next, that you're not really hearing the other person? We've all been there. But when this becomes a habit, people start to tune you out. Communication is a two-way street. If people feel like you're just waiting for your turn to talk, they won't feel heard, and in return, they'll be less inclined to listen to you. True engagement means being present. It means making eye contact, nodding, and providing verbal cues like "you, her," or "I see." It also means asking follow-up questions that show you've understood them, like so. When you say it was challenging, what was the hardest part? When you make someone feel truly listened to, you build a powerful connection. They see you as someone who values them, and they will naturally start to value what you have to say in return. Being a great listener is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can have. The fourth common misstep is mismatched body language. Your words might be saying one thing, but your body could be screaming something else entirely. Imagine you're in a meeting, sharing what you believe is a great idea, but you're slumped in your chair, avoiding eye contact, and fiddling with a pen. Your nonverbal cues are communicating uncertainty and a lack of confidence. Even if your words are brilliant, your body language is undermining them, telling everyone else not to take you seriously. People subconsciously pick up on these signals far more than you realize. To fix this, practice open and confident body language. Stand or sit up straight, pull your shoulders back, and take up a little more space. Use purposeful gestures to emphasize your points. And most importantly, make eye contact. It doesn't have to be an intense stare down, but connecting with people's eyes shows them that you are present, confident, and believe in what you're saying. Your physical presence can be just as loud as your voice. Finally, misstep number 5 is avoiding any and all disagreement. Do you find yourself always agreeing with the group, even when you have a different opinion? It's natural to want to be liked and to avoid conflict. But if you're constantly a yes person, you can inadvertently blend into the background. You become agreeable, but also forgettable. People are drawn to those with a clear point of view, even if it's different from their own. Voicing a thoughtful, respectful disagreement shows that you are critically engaged and have your own unique perspective to offer. It adds value to the conversation. Now, this isn't about being argumentative for the sake of it. It's about constructive contribution. You can phrase it respectfully. For example, "That's an interesting point, and it makes me wonder if we've considered this alternative," or "I see where you're coming from, but I have a slightly different take on it." When you share your unique insights, you're no longer just a passive observer. You become an active, valuable participant in the discussion. People will start to look to you for your opinion because they know you'll offer something genuine. So, to recap, we've got the apology opener, the vague request, a lack of engaged listening, mismatched body language, and avoiding disagreement. These are not character flaws, they are simply habits. And the best thing about habits is that they can be changed. Start by picking just one of these areas to work on. Maybe this week, you focus on eliminating sorry from the start of your sentences. Or perhaps you make a conscious effort to practice active listening in your next conversation. Small, consistent changes will build your confidence and transform how you show up in the world. You have valuable things to say. You have a unique perspective that deserves to be heard. It's time to step out of the shadows and allow yourself to be seen. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching today. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future content. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these missteps do you find yourself doing most often? Sharing our experiences helps us all grow together. Until next time, take care and be heard.